Today I show you some work in progress and want to show some small but nice technique you can use for repeating objects. But first we start with our snake. I started with some concepting how the snake can look like and what items I want to show in the piece. OFC a snake. 2025 is the year of the snake according to Chinese zodiac. Attributes connected with snakes are wisdom and beauty, so I chose some rose, the yin mudra hand and the philosopher's stone to show up in the artwork. Maybe here and there I could deepen my research, but overall I think it's a nice composition so far. Enjoy the process, it's no PhD work. After I'm happy with the rough concept, I decided to go a little more detailed on the scales. BCS concepting them all per hand would me fuck up. I decided to give good old Blender a try, which I spent last year time on to get a little bit into 3D art. The first try was to make some scales on Blender and applying a toon shader to it, but then I noticed it doesn't fit the posing of Sneaky Snakey well, so I put the snake in Blender and rebuild their body shape in front view. Back in Procreate I decide how I want to depict the scales. Cause drawing every scale is freaky too much work and not very interesting, at least in my opinion. I decided to group some of the scales and use the method of leaving things out to create free space, which also shall guide the eye. This free space is also explained of light hitting the snake. Where the object is overflown by light or covered in darkness, shapes will fuse in terms of shadow. It's also often known as shadow blocking. This can create interesting areas in the composition. You can use this technique either to distribute objects for more interesting composition or guiding the view to a certain point. Storytelling is also possible with this. Other pieces of mine where I use this grouping, leaving out technique are these. TBH, I just recently got aware of this technique and using them in the past more accidentally. Hope you enjoyed this bit. Have a nice day and Happy New Year.